Let me tell you something that always makes people pause. You will never attract love by chasing it outside yourself. You will only find love by becoming it. That's the truth I've seen, lived, and taught for decades. Every relationship you have, every connection you create, every heartbreak you experience, all of it is a mirror, gently showing you the relationship you hold with yourself. So if you keep meeting people who don't see your worth, I invite you to ask, where have you been unwilling to see your own worth? You see, life is not cruel, and love is not random. The universe is always mirroring your beliefs about love back to you. If deep inside you believe love requires struggle, you'll meet people who confirm that. If you believe you're not enough, you'll find partners who can never quite give you enough. Not because you deserve pain, but because your subconscious mind, the silent writer of every love story, keeps handing you the same lesson until you finally choose to love yourself differently. If you keep attracting the same pain, it's not bad luck, it's unhealed patterns. Your subconscious does not punish you, it repeats what it knows. If you grew up watching love feel uncertain, conditional, or painful, your inner child learned that this is what love feels like. So as an adult, even when you say you want healthy love, the deeper part of you is drawn to what feels familiar, even if it hurts. The work, then, is not to find the perfect person, but to rewrite the story inside you. When you begin to truly love yourself, not with arrogance, but with tenderness, your energy shifts. You stop begging for love and start radiating it. You stop chasing and start attracting. Because love is not something you get, it's something you remember. You don't fall into love, you return to it. You are love itself, temporarily hidden beneath layers of fear, guilt, and old stories that were never yours to carry. Let's pause for a moment. Take a deep breath, place your hand over your heart, feel it beating steady, strong, constant. This is the one companion you've had in every moment of your life. This heart has loved, lost, forgiven, broken, and healed, and it still beats for you. Can you feel that? Can you feel how worthy you already are of your own affection? Now imagine what would happen if you began to speak to yourself the way you wish someone else would. What if you whispered, I see you, I believe in you, I will never leave you. That's what it means to love yourself first. It doesn't mean you stop needing connection. It means you stop depending on it to survive. It means you finally understand that love is not oxygen, it's sunlight. It's meant to nourish you, not define you. When you learn to fill your own cup, you stop accepting relationships that drain you. You stop begging others to stay because you have already chosen yourself. That is what makes you magnetic. You are no longer trying to get love. You are being love. And in that vibration, the right person can finally find you, not because they complete you, but because they recognize you. Every relationship you attract is a reflection of how much you love yourself. The moment you begin to heal your inner world, the outer world reorganizes to match it. You'll notice people treating you with more respect, or old patterns falling away. You might lose some connections, yes, but those were never love, they were lessons. True love doesn't shrink you to fit. It invites you to expand. Think of your subconscious as a stage director. If you haven't changed the script, it will keep casting the same kind of people in different bodies, playing out the same scene again and again. But when you rewrite the script, when you start affirming, I am worthy of safe, kind, respectful love, the director has no choice but to bring you new actors who match the new energy. So ask yourself honestly, what story about love am I still telling myself? Is it the story that love must be earned? That you have to give more than you receive? That you're too much or not enough? Whatever the story is, today is your chance to change it. And the moment you change it, the story changes everything around you. You are not broken. You are not unlucky. You are simply being called to look deeper, to see where love has been waiting for you all along, inside your own heart. Because when you truly love yourself, you raise your frequency. You vibrate on the same wavelength as truth, as compassion, as joy, and the universe has no choice but to bring that energy back to you in the form of people, opportunities, and miracles. Tin yu that sukong den de lap de ban, ma de me rong ban. True love doesn't complete you, it awakens you. It doesn't fix your wounds, it shows you where you're ready to heal. And the only way to meet that love is to become the version of yourself that is already whole. So the next time you catch yourself wondering, why hasn't the right person come yet? I want you to stop and ask instead, have I become the person that right love recognizes? Because love can only meet you at the level you meet yourself. The more you honor, respect, and adore who you are, the more life reflects that love right back to you. When you love yourself, you stop trying to be chosen because you realize you already are. You stop waiting for someone to see your light because you've learned how to stand in it. You stop chasing approval because you finally approved of your own being. Say this softly, as if speaking to the child inside you. I am open to love because I am love itself. Feel the vibration of those words. They're not just affirmations, they're reminders. You don't need to go looking for love. You only need to remember what you already are. So, my dear, I want you to begin each day with this simple act. Look into the mirror, into your own eyes, and say, I love you, I forgive you. I will never abandon you again. Do it even if it feels awkward, especially if it feels awkward, because that's the exact moment your subconscious begins to heal. That's the moment your old patterns start to dissolve. And when you finally become your own safe place, you will no longer crave love from fear. You will share love from fullness. The relationships that follow will no longer be about filling a void. They'll be about celebrating wholeness. Remember, you don't find true love by searching harder. You find it by softening deeper. You don't attract it by changing who you are. You attract it by remembering who you are. You are love. You have always been love. And the more you return to that truth, the easier it is for love to find you, recognize you, and stay with you. So tonight, or tomorrow morning, take a deep breath, put your hand over your heart, and repeat, I am open to love because I am love itself. I am healing the patterns that no longer serve me. I am becoming the love I desire. And as you continue this journey with me, we'll go deeper into how to release old emotional imprints, open your energy field, and raise your vibration so that love, true, peaceful, aligned love becomes not just something you dream about, but something you live, breathe, and embody every single day. I once met a woman who spent years asking, "Why do people always leave me?" She was beautiful, kind, and deeply giving, but she lived with a quiet ache of fear of being forgotten. Every time she entered a new relationship, her heart would pour out faster than the other person could hold it. She would text, call, try to please, try to be what they needed. But the more she tried, the further they pulled away. One day, through tears, she asked me, "Louise, what's wrong with me?" And I told her gently, "There's nothing wrong with you, my love. You are simply giving from emptiness, not wholeness." That is what we are talking about today, the difference between the energy of lack and the energy of wholeness. You see, energy never lies. The universe doesn't respond to your words or your wishes. It responds to your vibration. You can say, "I want love," 100 times a day. But if the deeper current inside you hums with fear, doubt, or desperation, the universe hears only, "I am not enough." When you live from lack, everything you do, even the loving things, carries a subtle undertone of need. You wait for the text, you replay conversations, you worry about being too much or not enough. You become hyper-aware of every silence, every delay, every perceived rejection. And the other person can feel it, even if they can't explain why. They sense that invisible pull, that quiet demand, "Make me feel whole," and it becomes heavy, even for those who love you. But let me tell you this, people don't pull away because you are unworthy. They pull away because your energy asks them to carry what only you can heal. You cannot ask someone to fill a space that belongs to your own love. Think about it. The energy of want and the energy of need look the same on the surface, but they come from very different places. Want says, "I desire to share my fullness with you." Need says, "I require you to make me feel okay." When you operate from want, you are open, light, magnetic. When you operate from need, you are tense, anxious, and unknowingly pushing away the very thing you long for. Let's look at it this way. When you hold a flower tightly, trying not to lose it, what happens? You crush it. But when you hold it gently, it opens, it breathes, it thrives. Love is like that. When you cling, it suffocates. When you trust, it grows. You may think you are loving deeply, but often what you call love is the echo of a fear. Fear of loss, fear of abandonment, fear of not being enough. And fear vibrates low. It constricts. It repels. Love, on the other hand, expands. Love has no need to grasp or prove. Love simply is. You can say all the right affirmations, read all the books, do all the rituals, but if your heart still whispers, "I'm incomplete without someone," that is the frequency you are broadcasting. And the universe so faithful and precise, will mirror it back through people and experiences that confirm your belief, not because it wants to hurt you, but because it wants you to wake up to your own power. So the work is not to chase or to earn love, it's to embody love, to fill your own cup until it overflows naturally. Because when your energy is whole, when your sense of self is intact, you no longer seek love to escape loneliness. You invite love to celebrate your wholeness. Now, here's what begins to happen when you shift from need to attraction. When you stop chasing, you start magnetizing. People feel it. You walk differently. Your presence changes. There's a peace about you, a quiet confidence that says, I am okay, whether you stay or go. That energy is irresistible, not because it's loud, but because it's grounded. When you stop chasing, you start magnetizing. It's one of my favorite truths. When you let go of the need to control outcomes, the universe finally has space to move. Have you noticed that when you stop thinking about someone, they suddenly reach out? When you stop worrying about how it will happen, the right opportunity shows up? That's not coincidence, that's energy alignment. The moment you step out of the vibration of lack, you step into the vibration of allowing. You begin to attract not because you're doing more, but because you're being more peaceful, more present, more authentic. Love cannot resist authenticity. It's drawn to it like a magnet. And that's the secret, my dear. The more you love yourself, the less you chase love, and the more it finds you. You no longer crave validation because you've already validated yourself. You no longer seek safety in others because you've built it within. You no longer fear rejection because you've stopped rejecting yourself. Take a moment with me now. Breathe in slowly, deeply. Feel your lungs fill with air, your chest expand. Now exhale, and as you do, imagine releasing all the places where you've clung too tightly. Let go of the person who didn't see your worth. Let go of the idea that love must come from someone else, and whisper to yourself, I radiate love, and love returns to me effortlessly. That is not a fantasy, that is a frequency. It's the vibration of wholeness. When you hold that energy, the universe moves mountains to meet you there. You begin to attract people who are whole within themselves, who don't come to complete you, but to expand with you. Remember this. Love that comes from need always exhausts. Love that comes from wholeness always expands. If you've been tired of the cycles, it's not because love is cruel, it's because your soul is ready for a higher way. You are being invited to graduate from attachment to alignment, from scarcity to self-worth, from trying to attract love to becoming love. And when you do, everything changes. Conversations become lighter. Relationships become mutual. You stop fearing the end because you know your love is infinite. It doesn't depend on anyone staying. It lives within you. So from this moment forward, I want you to begin noticing how you feel when you think of love. Do you feel tight, anxious, expectant? Or do you feel calm, peaceful, trusting? Because that feeling is your frequency, and your frequency is your future. If you find yourself in the energy of lack, don't shame yourself. Just return to love. Sit quietly. hand on your heart, and remind yourself, I am already enough. I have nothing to chase, nothing to prove. Love flows to me because love flows from me. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So become what you seek. Be the safety you long for. Be the kindness you crave. Be the love you've been waiting for. And as you begin to live from that place, you'll notice the shift. The people who once made you anxious will no longer have power over you. The relationships that used to drain you will fall away with grace, and the love that is meant for you, calm, kind, grounded, true, will find you effortlessly. That is the beauty of moving from lack to wholeness. You stop reaching outward and start expanding inward. You stop asking, when will love come? And start realizing love is already here. So, my dear one, take this with you today. You are not waiting for love. Love has been waiting for you to remember who you are. When you stand in your wholeness, everything that's meant for you will meet you in divine timing. It cannot miss you because you've become the vibration of what you desire. Say it one last time with me. I radiate love, and love returns to me effortlessly. Feel it, believe it, live it, and watch how your world begins to change. You know, my dear, a few moments ago we talked about how the energy of wholeness draws everything you desire toward you. But there's another layer to that one that many people overlook, and it is self-respect. I've met so many beautiful souls who say, Louise, I've learned to love myself, I've learned to forgive, I've learned to heal, but somehow people still treat me badly. And I always ask, gently, do you truly respect yourself? Because love without respect is like a house without a foundation. It can be beautiful, but it cannot stand for long. The more you respect yourself, the more others respect you. That is not just an idea, it is energy law. You teach others how to treat you, not through your words, but through your vibration. When you respect yourself, you radiate a frequency that says, I am valuable, I am sacred, I am not available for anything less than truth and kindness. And people respond to that, even unconsciously. Some will rise to meet you in that energy, and some will fall away, and that's how you know you are growing. You cannot attract people who honor you if you keep abandoning yourself to please them. You cannot call in love while saying yes to what makes you feel small. Respect begins the moment you decide that your peace matters more than anyone's approval. It begins when you say, no, this doesn't feel right, and you honor that inner voice instead of silencing it to keep the peace. I know for many of you, saying no feels uncomfortable. Maybe you were taught that setting boundaries is rude, selfish, or unkind. But boundaries are not walls, they are doors with locks. They are how love knows where to enter and where not to. You see, self-respect is not about pushing people away. It's about teaching them how to love you properly. Saying no to others is often saying yes to your own soul. Every morning, I want you to begin your day by standing in front of a mirror, looking into your eyes, those wise, eternal eyes, and saying aloud, I respect myself, I honor my heart, I am enough, as I am. Don't rush through it. Let each word settle in your chest, because that is the moment your energy begins to shift. When you respect yourself, your energy becomes calm, clear, unshakable. People feel it. Those who were only drawn to your need will fade away. Those who are drawn to your strength will come closer. That is the beauty of alignment. You don't have to remove anyone. Life rearranges itself around your vibration. And now, let's move into a beautiful practice, one that I love deeply. It's called attracting from wholeness. It's not about asking for love from lack. It's about aligning with love from fullness. So find a quiet place, take a few deep breaths, and let's begin. Take a sheet of paper, draw a circle. This will be your circle of love. In the center, write the words, "My divine partner," or "My true love." Whatever feels right for you. This circle represents not a person, but an energy, the energy of the love you are ready to receive. Now, from the circle, draw gentle rays outward, like the sunday. Each ray is a quality, a vibration, a characteristic of the love you desire. Write one word at the end of each ray: kind, free, caring, joyful, healthy, spiritually growing, financially independent, gentle, playful, respectful. Look at the circle. Look at all those beautiful words. Now here's the secret. You must become the vibration of everything you've written, because you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. If you wrote kind, ask yourself, how can I be kinder to myself today? If you wrote financially independent, ask, am I honoring my own sense of worth and responsibility? If you wrote spiritually growing, then decide, I am going to meditate today. I am going to listen to my intuition. This exercise isn't about finding the perfect partner. It's about becoming the energetic match to the love you want. Because when your energy aligns, the person who carries that same vibration will feel you wherever they are. Let's go deeper. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself standing inside that circle you drew. Feel the energy of those words all around you. Kindness, freedom, joy, peace. Imagine them as light, soft, golden, radiant. Let it wrap around you like a warm blanket. You are standing in the frequency of love fulfilled. You are no longer waiting for it to come. You are living in it now. Breathe deeply and say to yourself, I am aligned with love that is gentle, honest, and kind. I attract only what matches my peace. Feel what happens inside your body as you say that. Do you notice the calm, the expansion? That is the vibration that draws in miracles. Because the universe cannot resist alignment. This is the art of manifestation that comes from self-respect, not demanding, not begging, not chasing, but embodying. The moment you hold that vibration consistently, everything begins to shift. Your conversations change. Your choices change. The people who once made you anxious no longer have power over you. The ones who truly match your peace will naturally gravitate toward you because peace recognizes peace. I've seen this again and again. A woman starts respecting herself, setting healthy boundaries, doing her mirror work every morning, and within weeks, her world changes. Not because magic dust fell from the sky, but because her frequency changed. She no longer calls her ex when she's lonely. She no longer says yes when she means no. She no longer tries to earn love through overgiving. And suddenly, she meets people who respect her time, her words, her presence. That's not coincidence, that's alignment. I want you to remember something very important. People who cannot meet your new level of self-respect will call you difficult, but the right people will call you divine. When you start valuing your energy, the universe takes notice. It begins to send you reflections of that worth, maybe in the form of a kind stranger, a new friendship, or a deep sense of inner peace that no longer depends on who texts you back. That's what real love feels like: peaceful, not anxious, expanding, not exhausting. So if you've ever found yourself chasing love, waiting for love, or trying to fix love, I want you to pause. Instead of asking, "When will love find me?" ask, "Am I living as love?" Instead of asking, "When will the right person come?" ask, "Have I become the right person for myself?" That question alone can change everything. Now, let's do one more visualization together. Take another slow breath in. As you exhale, imagine a gentle wave of pink light spreading through your heart. This is unconditional self-love. See it expanding outward, filling your entire body. You are glowing with love. Now, imagine that energy radiating out into the world like a soft signal, calling forth everything that matches it: honesty, kindness, mutual respect, laughter, devotion, and joy. These are the frequencies of true love. You don't need to chase them. They know your name. They are finding you even now. And as you rest in this feeling, whisper once more, "I am aligned with love that is gentle, honest, and kind. I attract only what matches my peace." Feel the truth of it in your bones. This is your new vibration, the vibration of wholeness, of peace, of self-respect. Keep this practice with you. Do it often. Revisit your circle of love whenever you feel doubtful or impatient. Add new qualities as you grow. Each time you read those words, let them remind you that love is not something outside you. It is something you are constantly cultivating within. The right person will not bring you this love. They will meet you inside it. Because love, true love, is never about two halves becoming whole. It's about two wholes creating harmony. Two souls who respect, honor, and inspire each other not because they need to, but because they choose to. So promise yourself today, "I will never abandon myself again in the name of love. I will honor my needs, my peace, my truth." Because the moment you do, life opens its arms wide. You stop looking for love that saves you and start living love that sustains you. The universe always supports wholeness. And when you become that wholeness, everything meant for you, every person, every experience, every moment begins to find its way home. And as you step into that energy, I want you to smile softly, lift your chin, and say one last time, I respect myself, I honor my heart. I am enough as I am, because that, my dear, is the foundation of everything beautiful that is coming next. Let's end this talk tonight with a gentle truth. My dear love is not something you chase, it's something you allow. You cannot attract real love while secretly believing you don't deserve it. Healing begins the moment you turn inward and embrace the parts of you that still feel unloved, unseen, unworthy. That little child inside you, the one still afraid of being rejected or left behind, needs your love more than anyone else's. Hold that part of you close and whisper, it's safe to be loved now. You are enough. Because when you heal that fear, the walls around your heart begin to fall, and love can finally find its way in. Forgive those who couldn't love you the way you needed. Forgive your parents for their own unhealed wounds. Forgive yourself for the times you settled for less. Every heartbreak was never a punishment, it was an invitation. It was life saying, come home to yourself. Every tear you cried was watering the garden of your strength. When you learn to love yourself in your loneliness, you transform that loneliness into power. Each morning, I want you to place your hand on your heart and say, I am open to love and I deserve the best that life has to offer. Feel those words vibrate through your chest. And every night, before you fall asleep, imagine a soft pink light glowing in your heart, expanding gently through your whole body. Whisper to yourself, love flows to me while I rest. The universe knows who and what is right for me. Let that light cradle you until you drift into peace. Because here's the truth. When you love yourself deeply, you stop searching for love, and love starts searching for you. You become a beacon, a quiet light that draws everything beautiful toward you. You don't need to chase or prove or please. The right person will feel your energy and recognize your soul, because true love always recognizes itself. So tonight, breathe softly, smile gently, and affirm with me one last time. I love myself deeply and completely. I attract love that reflects my peace, my worth, and my joy. Let those words settle in your heart, because this is where love begins, right here within you.